The Buncombe County Sheriff's race is without question the most watched race in western North Carolina. The Leicester leader has been through court documents of each candidate, spoke with law enforcement officials, and followed leads. Shad Higgins is the Republican candidate running for sheriff and says his business experience and bringing the sheriff's department closer to the community is what Buncombe County needs. Shad Higgins owns Weaverville Tire in the north end of Buncombe County. As of today, the North Carolina Board of Elections says that Shad Higgins has raised over $71,000 for his campaign. According to Shad Higgins' website, he wants a transparent budget with accountability, protection against the opioid epidemic, and more student resource officers in schools. What is Shad Higgins' number one dilemma in this election? He has no law enforcement experience. But that doesn't seem to faze some of Buncombe County's most well-known law enforcement officers. Higgins has the full support of Terry Rogers, the current Chief Deputy of the Buncombe County Sheriff's Department. Higgins says he will remain Chief Deputy once elected. Other endorsements include former and current Buncombe County Sheriff deputies and Asheville police officers, including heads of the SWAT team, a former Police Benevolent Association president, and former members of the U.S. Marshals Service. Bill Beck is the campaign manager for Shad Higgins, and we asked him, why are all these law enforcement officers coming out in support of someone with no law enforcement experience? Beck says it comes down to character.
As I've talked to many officers in the community, at least 90% of them are voting for Shad or supporting Shad. I lean on a lot of what they say. They know what the department's been run like. They've had a great leader in Van Duncan, and they see that same leadership in Shad. I think the law enforcement officers have worked with Quentin before, and they know that Shad's character over Quentin's character. That's what I'm being told. The Tribune searched for court records of judgments and money owed by Shad Higgins, but we could not find any. Supporters of Democrat candidate Quentin Miller said that Shad Higgins failed his basic law enforcement training exam at AB Tech. So we contacted Communications Director of AB Tech, Miss Carrie Glover. Glover said AB Tech has never had any record of Mr. Higgins being in the BLET program. Now, this concludes our investigation of the sheriff's race, but stay tuned for my commentary later this week. For the Leicester Leader and the Tribune papers, I'm Chad Nesbitt reporting.